Okay, this is a video for a slip stitch. A slip stitch isn't something you normally just, create a blanket or anything out of. It's a good joining technique if you want kind of a seamless join. There's lots of uses for it. You'll see it in a lot of patterns. One thing that I like to use them for is when I'm going to create kind of a circle here. I do this when I make hats or even just small motifs. I'm going to start, I just made about 10 chains here, and I'm going to insert my hook in the very first chain. And so you can see I have my chain here, and then I have the loop that was already on my hook. And I'm just going to yarn over and pull through both of those loops, just like that. And that makes a slip stitch, and then I can do the same thing all the way around. I just insert into a chain or a stitch, and then just pull through both loops. You can see it's not as tall a stitch as, say, a single crochet or definitely a double crochet. It just kind of makes more of a flat stitch. You're not really creating any height with it. I usually use a slip stitch when I am finishing a row on a project, especially with something when you're working in the round like this. And you can see this is the first one that I made. And so I go under both loops of that. And slip stitch. You can see it doesn't really give it a whole lot of height. It just keeps things about the same. If I were to do, say, a single crochet into one of these, like that, you can see it gives it a little bit more height. So if I did a row of single crochets around this way, then when I come to the end, you want to slip stitch into the first crochet that you make, keeping that round level. Otherwise, if you start working in spirals, then you get this little jog up here, where this would all be the same around, and you'll end up something like this, where this is just a little bit taller. And sometimes you'll want to work in a spiral, but if you're working in the round for things like a hat or for a circle-shaped rug or something like that, then you don't really want that end to be there. So slip stitch can help you when you're working that way. It also works in rows. It's not just meant for rounds. And, kind of the same thing. And that is the tutorial for a slip stitch.